The laughter didn't stop when I forced a smile. It grew louder, echoing against the marble walls and the polished glass of the office lobby dressed up as festive. Her sister's BMW keys sparkled in the CEO's hand, still dangling before he placed them in her palm. The crowd applauded. A promotion, a car, a future written in champagne and approval. Then came my turn. A crisp $2 bill, folded once, slid into a small box like a joke that didn't even try to hide its cruelty. And the shirt, black letters, bold, now jobless. The room howled. Executives, interns, even the bartender smirked. And my wife? She laughed too. That was the part that cracked something inside me. The weight of her laughter was heavier than the silence that followed when I set the box down and walked out. My phone buzzed the moment I reached the car. An email already sent. Subject line, "Turn on the news." I drove. The city lights blurred against the windshield, my reflection cold and hollow in the glass. Behind me, I knew their laughter would soon turn pale. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It had been growing in whispers, in half-finished conversations that died when I entered the room, in messages erased but not carefully enough. The Christmas party only gave it a stage, a performance. I was the clown. Her sister smiled too easily around me. Her father's sudden shift in tone cored me, colder each quarter, sharper each meeting. And my wife? Always defending him, always suggesting I was too sensitive, too paranoid. Paranoid. The word echoed as I gripped the steering wheel tighter. I remembered the night she came home late, her perfume different, not hers. The moments her phone lit up, screen face down, and she reached faster than reflex should allow. Pieces scattered, unconnected, until tonight. Until laughter made them align. This wasn't about a job, not about a car. It was about being replaced. By her. By the man who handed her the keys. I kept quiet. Silence is sharper than accusation. Noise warns them. Silence traps them. The first step? A test. A strand of hair from the bathroom sink, the one she said belonged to her sister. DNA sealed in an envelope, mailed without a word. The second step? Phone records. Not hers. His. The company's CEO, my wife's father. Numbers don't lie, not when they repeat at midnight, at dawn, at hours that cut the day into private intervals. The third step? Observation. A meeting rescheduled at the last minute. A dinner with friends. I watched. From a distance, always unseen. Her car parked outside his gated house. Lights off, curtains drawn. I didn't confront, I cataloged. Every detail lined up in my mind, a ledger of betrayal written with clinical precision. She kissed me goodnight with lips I knew weren't mine anymore. I kissed her back. Calm, detached, knowing the walls were already closing in, just not on me. The envelope returned. DNA results, numbers and percentages no one could argue. Her child, his blood. The truth printed in black ink. I placed the papers in a folder, carried it into the kitchen while she poured herself wine. "Where were you last night?" I asked, voice even, almost casual. "With Emily," she said, eyes on the glass, not me. I slid the folder across the counter. Her hand hesitated before touching it. Her eyes moved too quickly across the page, then froze. She whispered my name, as if it could undo what was already written. Her face collapsed, disbelief first, then fear. I said nothing. I didn't need to. The truth sat between us, louder than any accusation. The email had already been sent before I left the party. The folder was only for her. For him, I chose something else. The news anchor's voice was calm, professional. A breaking story, allegations of fraud, misuse of company funds, falsified contracts. Documents leaked, emails exposed, names attached. The camera cut to the company's logo, then to his photograph. her father, the man who thought himself untouchable. I imagined the moment when he shouted for them to turn on the TV, when the laughter drained from their faces, when my wife's smile faltered, realizing the foundation beneath her family was already collapsing. I didn't need to be there. I had already pulled the thread. The suit would unravel on its own. She called that night, once, twice. Her messages stacked in silence. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. I sat in the dark, the glow of the television still reflecting her father's downfall. Executives scrambling, reporters circling, a dynasty crumbling in real time. Revenge didn't feel like fire. It felt like still water, deep, cold, and final. I wasn't angry anymore. Anger was for the moment I heard her laugh. Now there was only clarity. I drove until the city disappeared in the rearview mirror. No destination, no plan, just freedom carved out of betrayal. And the final truth lingered like a whisper I would never speak aloud. They thought they buried me in humiliation, but I was already building their grave.